Hey guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peter Likes Books. Okay, so if you've never been to my channel before, and you're coming here because of what the title of this video is, you know that I like to rant and ramble, and I go way off course, and I don't edit my videos, and I love books, and I love Booktube, and everybody in it. So let's just, before we go forward, let's just state the obvious, okay? So we all know those things that I say all the time in my videos. Now, let's get into the topic at hand. I would like to talk about, and I'm just really starting a discussion, you guys. I don't want this by any way to become like, you know, this hateful conversation. I really would just like to keep it like an open forum. So, you know, like, I mean, if you're one of my trolls, the three of them that exist, then you're obviously not going to like anything that I have to say. But if you are in disagreement with my opinions or have a different point of view, I am totally open to remain teachable. So please let me know in the comment section below what you think, or make a reaction video and link it to this, or whatever. I would love to know. But here's the deal. Okay, so you guys, I started my Booktube channel in May. I do not have tons and tons of subscribers, but I have a nice amount of subscribers, so thank you to the people that subscribe and watch my videos on a daily basis. It means a lot to me. But I have to say, I was kind of surprised when I started getting emails from like PR agencies and publishers about reviewing books. Okay, so, and these are, I don't want to, this is not like Simon & Schuster or Penguin or anybody like that. Nobody's contacted me to go do all that kind of stuff yet. So anyway, all right, because I'm a local girl. Anyway, I got this email, and I don't have a problem putting this on blast because I don't really care for how it ended, so let me just put that out there. I got an email that was like, hey, like, I'm a PR company for a certain like for these authors. Would you be interested in reviewing these books? Blah, blah, blah. If you charge for this service, we're also willing to do that as well. Okay, so I started thinking about it, and I was like, now, I understand what a sponsored video is, okay? And I don't know that a lot of people understand really what a sponsored video is, because I reached out and I asked a lot of people what sponsored videos were, and there were like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I reached out to some people that have shit tons of subscribers, some people that don't, some people that have, and just asked them what they thought, okay? I asked like, I think like 10 people. Everybody was totally responsive, and everybody was very nice about because it's a very sensitive topic, and everybody was very awesome, and I'm not going to talk about who I asked or that kind of stuff. But it was interesting because a lot of the takes were different. So my understanding of a sponsored video, so when you see somebody say, this video is sponsored by like Penguin Books, okay? They are paying that person for that video. Does that make sense? They are not paying them for the review. They're not paying them for that. They're paying them, like, they're sponsoring the video, okay? They're like as if you were like a dancer in a dance company and you have a sponsor, somebody that pays you or like gives you money and things like that. Or like if you're an artist that has sponsors. Like a lot of people have sponsors, right? Okay, so I was thinking about it, and it's also like a paid advertisement. So for example, I own a website with my husband. We interview celebrities. We go to music festivals. It's also a style blog. And we get sent shit all the time to review, for an honest review. We've had people pay us to wear things before. You guys, it's very common, okay, in the whole fashion industry and in the music industry. Those kinds of things are very, very common. So being part of being part of Booktube, I was very surprised that there's just like totally negative attitude about sponsored videos. All right, so when I reached out to people, people were like, I don't really have an issue with the sponsored videos. This was the common theme. I don't have a problem with the sponsored videos. I have a problem when the sponsored videos happen like every video. Does that make sense? Okay, so, and then it was like, and they're encouraged to, a couple people said this to me, they're encouraged in those videos to talk positively about the product. I mean, obviously. Okay, so for me, it's kind of like on our website, we have paid advertisement, and people contact us, and it's like, okay, so every year we go to this New Year's party here in Indianapolis, and we always post an ad on it, and we always do this write-up, and, you know, like, I mean, we talk about it in a positive way, in exchange for tickets to this website. And we make it very obvious you have to, on a blog, you have to say, iPhone sent me this phone, which they didn't, but I wish they would. But you have to say that, okay? So if you're receiving free materials and you're not letting anybody know as a blogger or as a reviewer that you received that in exchange for a free review, you're being dishonest, okay? But when they're talking about being a sponsored video, it's totally different. It's like a paid advertisement, all right? So I started thinking a lot about it, and I reached out to a friend of mine that's actually a huge fashion blogger. And so I'm just gonna actually read you the exact conversation because I want you to hear what they said, and I'm not gonna say who it is. But I said, hey, can I ask you a question? And they're like, yeah, sure, what's up? Hey, it's kind of sensitive, and I'm sure it really applies more to book reviewers and booktubers, but do fashion bloggers get paid to wear clothes or attend certain things on a regular basis? There's this big deal on YouTube about book bloggers getting paid for sponsored videos, and I thought, well, surely fashion bloggers get paid, and it can't be that big of a deal. I'm not trying to be intrusive. If you don't feel comfortable answering this, I totally understand, okay? And their response was, hey, yeah, some fashion bloggers are being paid to wear clothes and attend events as influencers. Of course, it's part of endorsements, like a celebrity or a model. Okay, so for me, that totally puts it in a different perspective. So when I'm watching somebody like Jesse the Reader saying that this video is sponsored by Penguin, okay? He has so many subscribers that if he talks about a Penguin book, it's an endorsement. Does that make sense? Like a celebrity endorsement, because to some degree, he is a celebrity on Booktube, whether people want to believe it or not. He has a huge influence on what people are going to read or what they're not going to read. And I don't know that I really have a problem with that. I mean, I feel like I watch enough of those people's videos that are doing sponsored videos that they do very honest reviews. I've seen enough of them talk about a book if they didn't like it. They're not dishonest about it. So I'm not really sure what this issue is. Is it a jealousy issue or what is it? Because here's the deal. Whether you're getting a book on NetGalley, which is a free ARC, okay, or whether somebody is sending a book to you in the mail, or whether you're getting swag as a result of that, like subscription boxes to review, things like that, books, subscription boxes, ARCs, whatever, in the real world, okay, of the book industry equals cash, all right? So you're basically being paid for a review. I very rarely, now it's different with books and ARCs, but I very rarely see people talk about like these subscription boxes and go, this is a piece of shit, all right? Like, I have rarely seen that. And just yesterday, I will not say this person's is, but I watched their review video, and it was so honest, and I really liked it because they were like, yeah, I don't really wear a necklace, so I'm gonna give this to my friend, but hey, I think it's a totally good deal, and it's totally worth your money. I mean, they were very honest about it, and I thought, okay, this is like one of the very first honest Outcrate reviews I've ever seen. And don't get me wrong, like I would review one of those boxes in a heartbeat. I would take it. If somebody called me and said, we wanna pay you $1,000 for a sponsored video, I'd say, let's get on it. But here's the deal, what I would say, okay? And I thought a lot about this because, the calls are coming in daily. You guys are just totally not. I mean, for real, let's be honest. But if I could retire doing Booktube videos and just do what I love, talking about books, and I had to make 3 or 4 videos a week that were sponsored by a publisher, and they're not typically, or a publishing or a PR agency, like I would do it. But if they said to me, like, you guys know I hated that book, Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, if they're like, we really would like you to talk positively about Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, I'd be like, dude, send me the next 3 books you have and I'll tell you which one I can endorse for a sponsored video, but I cannot stand behind that video or that book. I just didn't like it. I think it's crap. I will not do that. And I will never, ever on my video or my channel, if you ever watch my channel, I will never sit here and say that I didn't like something or that I liked something that I didn't like. If I on my channel say that I liked a book, I liked it, okay? I sat last night on my front porch and I read all 240 pages of Gail Forman's If I Stay. I thought it would be complete trifling bullshit. I absolutely adored that book. I loved that book, okay? So if you hear me saying that I really like a book, that means Peter really likes that book. And I think by and large on Booktube, that's kind of typically the case, don't you think? Like, I don't see a bunch of people that are very dishonest. And the other thing you have to remember is the bigger booktubers that have like a lot of subscribers, they are being asked to do these sponsored videos because of the subscriber amount that they have, also because of the influence that they have on people that are buying books, but also because they've worked very hard to get where they're at. I mean, they do very creative videos. You know, they attend all of these events. They're on the know of what's coming up. They've made it their business. It is their business, you know? So if you don't want this to be your business and you just want to review books or talk about books, that's fine, but you'll probably never get asked to sponsor a video, and that's okay. But if you've gone into this and you at some point have said, I'm gonna make this my business, my Booktube channel is gonna make my business, then I don't see that there's anything wrong with these sponsored videos. Now I will tell you, I'm not really sure how I feel about paid reviews, and I had never heard of it before, okay? So let me tell you what happened with this email that I received. So I contacted the woman back. I will be really honest with you. None of the books that she contacted me about looked like anything I would be interested in. I said, she said, what do you enjoy reading? And I said, contemporary young adult is probably my #1 pick. And I don't even think she knew what that meant because she sent me some suggestion for some fantasy trilogy or something. I don't know. But anyway, and I'm not, you guys, I'm very nice in my emails. I'm very professional. I've been doing this for a long time. We've had our website for 8 years. So it's not like I'm just being like asshole to these people, but let me tell you what happened. So I'm in the middle of doing all these talks with people and trying to figure out the truth about sponsored and review videos. So I emailed her and I said, yeah, I'd be interested in review. She sent me back one title that I thought I'd be interested in. And I said, yeah, send it my way. I'll help you do that in exchange for one thing. I said, would you be willing to answer a question for me? So her response is, this isn't for me, it's for the authors. I'm just a PR agent. I was like, whatever. Because all I was going to ask her was, do you really pay people for reviews? Like, I don't agree with that. I don't agree that somebody says, I'll pay you $50 to review my book in a positive way. Like, if people are doing that, that's wrong. I think that's bullshit. If people are getting paid $50 to review a book they don't want to review, and they're like, if you want to pay me $50, you can pay me $50, but I'm going to give you an honest review, I don't have any problem with that at all. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with anybody getting paid for any services you can constantly put out, or that you can put out there in the world. Like, hey, baby, make your money. But be honest about it, and be honest in your reviews and the books that you like or don't like, and make it a mixture of like books you're buying, books you're being given, all that kind of stuff, because if you don't, it comes across as disingenuous, I think. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of hear everybody's thoughts on that. I'm really interested in what other people think. You know, I think it's interesting, especially when you think about it like on a NetGalley point of view. The other thing I wanted to say is, as an author that has like given out a shit ton of books, when I am contacted by like people, whether it's for my website, because on our website, we've interviewed like Jackie Collins, Charlene Harris, Lauren Conrad, oh my God, tons of Ellen Hopkins, tons of authors. And, you know, they always send copies of their book. And these are obviously bigger writers. But if you're an author reaching out to a booktuber and you want us to like show your book on the video instead of just talking about don't contact me and ask me if I want a copy of your ebook. And I know that might sound shitty, but if you're going to contact me, be prepared to send me a visual copy that I can show and this is a visual platform, all right? And a couple people have contacted me. They're like, well, we only send out e-versions. And I'm like, well, contact somebody else. I'm not going to talk about it. This is a visual forum. You know, if I'm a written blog, that's a different story, you know? And so I think what's interesting to me is I think that as a booktuber, you have to ask yourself, what is your intention with your channel? Like, are you intending to at some point have 100,000 subscribers and make this a business for you? Or if it happens, you just will enjoy it anyway? Or do you just enjoy doing it right now? And if you make a few extra bucks for it or get some free books, that's great. Because that's where I'm at with it, okay? Like, I mean, I'm going to be really honest and I ain't going to bullshit you right now. If somebody's like, hey, I'll give you free BEA tickets or just to come, or, you know, like, hey, we want to send you some books, or yeah, whatever, I'm totally down for that. So I think it gets a little fidgety when we start talking about money. But in the same regard, it's like they're paid advertisements. So do you guys understand that? Because that's what you're doing on here, is that whether you know it or not, if you get up on Booktube and you have 20 subscribers or 2 million subscribers and you talk about a book in a positive way, that's a review, and that's a consumer review and you're marketing for that book, okay? So I don't know that at some point to get paid for that is a bad thing. I mean, there are a shit ton of YouTubers, you guys, that are getting paid a lot more because as a Booktube community, we don't really have a lot of subscribers. I mean, I watch a lot of YouTubers that have had like 4 videos up and they already have, or not Booktubers, YouTubers. I watch a lot of YouTubers that take their shirt off, you know, and they talk about cute guys, and they talk about their coming out story, and they have seriously like 40,000 subscribers in a week. So I mean, as booktubers, we work very, very hard and we spend a lot of our own money reviewing these books. And I think if somebody wants to send us a book for free to review, or if somebody wants to like buy you a dinner, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I don't know why we make it such a big deal. And if you have such an issue with the people that get sponsored videos, I don't know. My opinion to you, if you ask me, I'd say, well, just go watch somebody else's video. And there's enough booktubers out there, right? So anyway, dissuade me if you disagree with me. I'd like to hear what other people have to say about it. So I hope I did not stir up a bunch of shit, you guys, because that was not my intention. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.